Hey there, top five. Javier, Austin, Brandy, Jennifer, and Angenique. Julia Gentry here from Intern America. So sorry this video is getting to you so late. Been up in Boulder all day. Just got some time to actually get a video. Joe and I have discussed who won this week's competition. And quite honestly, it was a really hard decision to make. You guys all did a great job. I don't know if you've ever had to get your design skills on before, but if you haven't, you could have fooled us because they looked remarkable. But of course, this is a competition, which means we're here to choose. We're here to choose a winner every single week. Just because you're in first this week doesn't mean you're going to stay in first. And just because you're in last doesn't mean you're going to stay in last. So our goal today is really share with you what you did well and those areas that you can improve on. Again, we'll go into further detail when we see you to really help you articulate better ways to be good at the creative side and the marketing side. But again, from a 300-foot level, good job to all of you. So fifth runner-up today is Miss Angenique. We love what you put together. Of course, again, I can't reiterate that enough to people. You had great verbiage, great content on yours. It really told what the event was for, who was sponsoring it, why we were sponsoring it, the whole goals and objectives of it, which is super important for people to understand why they would be coming to an event like that. However, the placement wasn't really good. It was hard to follow. Your eyes couldn't really follow from top to bottom, side to side. It was a little bit too jumbled. And the color combo was again a little distracting, a little too busy. Now your distribution idea was brilliant. We loved the idea of setting up a booth and actually having music playing to really get people excited as opposed to going and just handing flyers out to them. You're getting them to come to you. We really liked that spin. But unfortunately the style of the actual flyer just wasn't strong enough to compete with the distribution channels. But again, good job, great effort. Fourth runner-up is Miss Brandy. Brandy, we loved yours. It was different. It wasn't a full page, wasn't even a half page. We really liked the style and kind of the flyer format. I thought that was very creative. And your eyes popped right to the front. So as soon as you saw the flyer, you had great colors from the top down. So it was really easy to understand and articulate where the eye needs to go. And we were basically telling people what to read and when. However, there wasn't enough content. I didn't know what the event was for, why I needed to come. It was too general to really cast an idea that from a marketing perspective that would really seal the deal for us. Your distribution was great. You had a lot of different ideas, which I think is good as opposed to just trying to find one. You had a couple of different options, which was awesome. Again, it kept you in the fourth place, but the flyer itself was not strong enough to get you further along. But good job. Third place, Javier. Good job, buddy. You had some great colors. It was really, really appealing. It was to the point. Your verbiage was articulated so well, and Joe will even say that in radio, it's bing, bang, boom. You don't have a lot of time. We would normally say in 10 words or a million like I'm saying in this video. You guys in radio need to understand how to say 3 and get it to the point, and yours really, really did that. However, the graphics were a bit pixelated. It was really hard. They were a little too blurry, and it was a little bit hard to read. It was a little jumbled, and could have probably been formatted a little bit different. You by far, you probably had the second best distribution idea. Again, it was very well focused. It was very well rounded. You were using social media, email. You were using a couple of different things in conjunction with each other. I love the barcode idea where people could scan it. I love the idea that you're already attracting the Lotos viewers or the people who are already going to Lotos. I think that's a brilliant idea because they're already there. So again, you were the second best in distribution, but as far as from a marketing perspective for the flyer, sealed you third place, which again is awesome. And then of course, second place was Austin. Austin, we loved your flyer. The color combo was brilliant. The layout of it looked awesome. I think really the biggest thing that didn't get you into that first place was that the content was so far down to the right-hand side that you didn't really know what the flyer was even for until you went over to the far right-hand side. And we really want to make sure that people understand what they're going to, why they're going there. And so that was a little bit too far down to get you into that first place. But again, second place is awesome, my friend. You had the third best distribution channel. Some great ideas. But again, your design and marketing was so great that we kept you in that second place. So good job. And then of course, if you haven't figured it out now, Miss Jennifer Pritchard, great job. You sealed the first place this week. Your design was brilliant. It was sophisticated. It popped color, but yet not too much. it was the most unique, quite honestly. It was a great layout. I think the only thing that maybe it didn't have a ton of is exactly why people were coming, but other than that, the layout was perfect. And of course, what kept you in the first place was that your distribution was brilliant. It was, doing a flash dance mob in a couple of different areas across town is awesome. Great idea. And I think that that's what kept you in the first, is that you had a very strong marketing side, and you also had a very creative side to the distribution channel as well. It wasn't the typical thing. It wasn't something most people would have thought of. Nobody else did, which is why we liked that. So there you have it. Again, congrats to all of you. It was a great job. It was hard to pick. Just because there is a 5th place and a 1st place doesn't mean they weren't neck and neck. So again, let me encourage you in saying that just because you're in 1st doesn't mean you're going to stay in 1st, and just because you're in last doesn't mean you're going to stay in last. We've got a great week this week of on-air commercials. We're looking forward to seeing you on Thursday. You get to meet the sponsors, meet the team at Hot 1071, and again, get more comfortable with your internship. So congrats to each of you. Good job. And I can't wait to see you on Thursday. Talk to you soon.